Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about characters that I feel like deserve better. So a lot of these characters I feel like even some of them had a happy ending, even though I still think they deserve better along the journey. Some of them definitely went through hell in their life and it still didn't get that happy ending. So I'm going to be talking about them. So first three are actually from Stranger Things because I just do. It's late. I'm tired. I'm sorry, but these three are from Stranger Things because the finale finally out. 11 and Mike, obviously, they are the only ones that truly didn't get their happy ending. Mike is forever mourning 11. 11 is forever either dead or alone. Hopefully, Mike finds her. That's what I choose to believe because there's no way in no universe that Mike is even the slightest bit. Like, this boy met her, knew her for literally a week at age 12, and called for her for 365 days, hoping for the chance of seeing her again. There's no way that 18-year-old Mike doesn't go looking for her if there's even the slightest possibility that she is alive. Just, it's Mike. It's not gonna happen. So, hopefully they found each other someday. I also have Jonathan because he's just so underrated and overhated, and he has been through so much, and he was so underutilized in the show, and he deserves so much better by so many different people on the show. Like, I love Joyce, and she is a good mother for the most part, but she was making me so mad in season 5 because she's just kind of like pushed Jonathan to the side, and she was like, "Yeah, it's too dangerous. Will can't do it. Come on, Jonathan, you can do it." Like, seriously, that is your child too. You could at least show a little concern. And then when he was in the Upside Down, it was, "I hope Hopper's okay. Hopper this, Hopper that. What about your son?" Just saying. And I just feel like he is often like the forgotten one, the overhated by fans, underutilized by the show, and I just think he deserves better. Tara from Buffy the Vampire Slayer because she had such a horrible life. And then, like, first of all, everything her family did to her, which we all saw that episode. It's one of my favorites. And then what Glory did to her, what Willow, her girlfriend, did to her, still unforgivable, by the way. And then she dies. This girl deserved better. She deserved a hell of a lot better. I love Tara, and she deserved better. Piper was put through hell on Charmed. She's my favorite character, and I feel like she was put through so much. She's like the hard group, but I feel like she suffered the most in a lot of times. Don't get me wrong, she wasn't the only one. And like, season 4, I feel like that was Phoebe's suffering season. Let's be real, because she went through a lot. But, and I feel like Prue had season, I feel like they all had a season where it was them who was suffering, but I feel like Piper had multiple. But that's just me. But yeah. She did get her happy ending, though. Neil and Belle from Once Upon a Time, because they were both had, like, Belle, I feel like, was wrong so many times by so many different people, especially, and then Rumple, who she loved, kept wronging her, and she kept trying to believe in him, and even though I do love them as a couple, she also deserved better. And then Neil, he was wronged by Rumple so many times growing up, and then he went through so much hell, and then he was in, what's it called, Neverland for so long, and he just went through so much, and he deserves so much better than what he got, and so yeah. And then I have Sarah and Oliver from the Arrowverse. We all know what they went through. I mean, Sarah died so many times. They both went through. Oliver was on the isle for 5 years. Sarah was on that boat for a year, on the isle for a year, and then in the assassin thing for 4 years. And then they both came home, and nothing was easy. They still went through so many traumatic things. Oliver, unfortunately, died before he should have, and Sarah did get her happy ending, maybe, I don't know. I mean, Legends did leave off at a cliffhanger and it never got picked up, so we'll never know. But they both deserve all the happiness. Fosters from the Fosters, and yes, I do want to shout out Jude, Mariana, and Jesus because I think they all went through some hell. But Callie obviously went through the most. She went through so much traumatic crap, and I mean, she was raped, she was beaten, she went to juvie to protect her brother. She just went through so much. She deserved better. Claire from Lost, I feel like, also went through so much, and she was deemed crazy and then she lost her baby, and then she went and people were after her for her baby, and I just think she deserves so much better. And she's also an underrated character. Then I also have Adrian and Marinette from Miraculous. I feel like that old man, I don't remember his name now, put so much weight on these two 14-year-olds. Like, it's just so sad. Like, they went through so much. And, Marinette is going through these secrets and these lies, and she is losing it. And it's not even, for Adrian, it's not even just, all the things as a superhero. It's also the fact his home life was always terrible. His mom died, his father treated him like crap and abused him, and now he's going through the guilt of hating his father when his father's supposedly a hero, while thinking about the fact that he's not a good father and dealing with the trauma he had put on him finally. So, yeah. There's Arya, Emily, Spencer, and Hannah from Pretty Little Liars. They all went through so much and deserve so much better. Obviously, they all went through a lot of hell from A. Sometimes they had family crap. I know Hannah has stuff with her dad. Spencer has stuff with both of her parents. Arya has stuff with her dad. Emily has stuff with her mom. I was almost like, I think Emily was the only one that had a decent no, because then I remember that even though Pam was better later on, she was awful at the beginning because of all that homophobia. Then I also have Mary Stewart from Reign. She went through so much. She was crowned at 6 days old. Everyone chased her around to try to kill her. The English did for like her entire life. She was in hiding. She was forced to marry. Yes, she did fall in love, but she was raped. She was attacked, and then she lost the love of her life. She ends up and then she ends up dying too. Like, what? Then I have Betty, Jughead, and Cheryl from Riverdale because they all went through hell. And Betty, I feel like, went through the most. I don't care what anyone says. Like, and then one of my favorite episodes is season 3, but the season 3 finale. But like, she low-key was losing at that episode. Like, she lost everything that episode. She lost, what did she lose? She lost her mom, her sister. Her dad died in front of her. Like, that was just horrible. And Jughead obviously went through a lot because of his dad, and then his mom was also awful, so he was homeless. He dealt with all this neglect. And then Cheryl dealt with her abusive mom, her dad who killed her brother, losing her brother who was the only person who loved her for the longest time, and then all that homophobia with her mom as well. And oh my gosh, just so much. And then I also have the crows from Shadow and Bone because those crows went through a lot. I mean, if you read the books, then you'll know more than the TV show, because the TV show never got into some parts of it, obviously, because they got canceled. But, like, Wyland dealt with the fact that his dad didn't love him. Kaz, Kaz's story, and Edge's story, like, they all just went through so much, and I feel so bad for all of them. They all deserve better. Then I have Caroline and Bonnie from Vampire Diaries, because they both deserve better. They both went through hell, and they both were wrong so many times, and they both still didn't technically get their happy ending that they should have. Bonnie should have been able to be with Enzo, and Caroline definitely should have been able to live the rest of her life with Stefan. And they had Elena and Dana get to be happy. And then I have Addie Prentice from One of Us is Lying. She went through so much, and so much PTSD from everything Jake put her through, and she just, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. I love her so much, and she does not get the credit she deserves, and then she just deserves so much better. I also have Robin Keane from Cobra Kai. He also went through so much, and his mom ditched him, his dad was never there for him. He ends up going to juvie. He ends up, like, he just went through so much. He was raped. I don't care what anyone says. I know that was a debate at one point, but he was raped. And I just feel like he deserves better. I have Amber and Luna and Simone from Story Luna. Amber obviously deserves better because what the hell did Sharon do to this girl? She was so traumatized. And, like, all that, oh, you're actually Sol Benson, making her question her entire life, and then find out she's not Sol Benson. She doesn't know who she can trust. She doesn't know who is and isn't lying to her. Like, she doesn't know who she is anymore. And then Luna obviously went through a lot trying to figure out her identity, and the fact that they were trying to keep her identity from her. Simone is just a sweetheart who I feel like was just wronged a lot, and got the short end of the stick a lot. And then Liv Moore from iZombie. I just feel like she went through so much. Like, there's one scene that I absolutely love where after season 4, after everything she went through, she was going to finally take the cure and stop being a zombie because she couldn't handle it anymore. But then Clyde was about to marry, I don't remember the FBI agent's name, but he was about to marry her, and he was going to become a zombie to be with her, and even that meant can't having kids, even though that's a dream of his. So she ends up giving up the last cure for him, or for her to take, so she can they can get married and have, a child. I'm just like, and my favorite thing is when Peyton and Robbie were noticing that reaction, them hugging her, and Peyton was like, I wonder what that was about. And Peyton's supposed to be her best friend of how many years by now? Robbie's her best friend. I don't care what anyone says. I love the relationship. Best relationship on the show. Moving on from that little tidbit, though. And he was like, she just gave away the cure. Because he knew immediately. Like, he is... But anyways, yeah. He deserves so much better. She deserves so much better. Liv did. Zoe from Degrassi. Like, the fact that she was so afraid to come out because of her mom. And then she loses her mom because her mom's homophobic, and everything her mom did to her, like, oh my gosh, like, that whole graduation thing always makes me so sad. Zoe deserved better than that. Elena Alvarez from One Day at a Time, everything her dad did to her, that King says, leave her up there and stuff, and then also deserved better. And then I have Dean Winchester and Castiel because they just deserve better. Like, they deserve better endings, and they deserve to live happily ever after. And then I also have Arthur and Merlin because same thing here. They never got their happy ending that they deserve. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment if you agree with these characters. So there's more you want to add, maybe something I could do part 2. Let me know below, and I'll try to with you guys. Until next time.